bit and drew blood on an officer. Not acceptable.
I am very, very sorry for what I did, and realize that I hurt a lot of people that I love and care about, and I'm embarrassed and ashamed of myself. And if I could do anything to take it back, Judge, I would. I can't make it up, but I haven't drank since that night, and I plan not to. In general, was not a frequent drinker, maybe twice a year. And I made really poor, bad decisions that night. I hurt my son, I hurt my family, I hurt my friend, I hurt her family. And I wish I could take it, and I can't. I guess the only other thing I have to address with medical marijuana, in my 20s, because I'm 43 now, I did experiment some with that, but I quit smoking for years. From my mid-20s on to my mid-30s. I only started back when my doctors recommended I should, for my gastroparesis because of the nausea, my migraines because of the pain, and the fibromyalgia, because especially for the fibromyalgia, there's very limited treatments for that. And I'm in severe pain when I don't. I don't abuse it, maybe 1 to 3 joints a day, and not when I'm driving anywhere, going anywhere. It's usually at night when I'm at home. But for the court, because the court ordered me to stop smoking, I had stopped smoking for like a month, and then I was in so much pain I couldn't even get out of bed. So it brings down, it helps with my anxiety for the PTSD, and it helps with the pain, with the fibromyalgia and the inflammation. So
Use of medical marijuana is allowed on felony probation. So that's not going to be a problem or an impediment for you going forward.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Anything else that you want to say, ma'am?
Just that I'm truly very sorry to all the officers that night. My friend, or who used to be my friend, she's my maid of honor at my wedding. I'll never have that. And they ruined it, and nothing is worth that. And I will never drink again. I don't want to risk that ever happening.
Obviously, I haven't talked to your friend, but from what I read in the report, I don't think it's over between the two of you. It was just like you were out of control that night. She felt like she had to step in.
There's a no contact order, so I can't contact her, and I'm not.
Well, that's not forever. Okay. All right, Mr. Welborn, any additions, corrections, or challenges?
No, Your Honor.
Anything that you want the court to consider?
Nothing additional.
So, Mr. Zero, question for you. When it says the defendant's description of the offense, where it was all blown out of proportion, is that something that she relayed to you?
Yes.
During the pre-sentence investigation report, or is that something taken from the report?
Both.
Okay. So what did she tell you after the fact, after she sobered up, and as you're asking her about what happened, what did she tell you?
She told me that the police should have never been called, that this was blown out of proportion. She was also very emotional because of her now broken relationship with your friend.
Is Ms. Manning here today? Elizabeth Manning? Mr. Welborn, have you heard from Ms. Manning?
I don't believe we have, Your Honor. I don't think we got anything back as far as from the victims, All
right, the court recognizes that the advisory guidelines, which suggest a sentence between 0 and 9 months, the courts can exercise my discretion and sentence consistent with the advisory guidelines, consistent with the plea agreement in this case. Be the sentence of the court that this defendant served 30 days in the Oregon County Jail. I'll give her credit for the 3 days that she's already served. There is a $60 DNA fee, $68 state cost assessment, $130 crime victims rights fund fee. I'm going to place her on probation for 2 years. There's a $30 per month probation oversight fee for regular probation, $60 a month for electronic monitoring or tether. Count 2 is assault and battery. It'd be the sentence of the court that this defendant served 30 days in jail with 3 days credit. She also gets 3 days credit for count 1. There's a $50 state cost assessment for count 2. The court is going to have a condition of probation is that she not have any contact with Ms. Manning. If Ms. Manning contacts the probation department or the prosecuting attorney's office indicating that she wishes to have contact with Ms. Eves. I'm okay with that. They're not living together. They're just friends. It's not a domestic situation. So if she says that she wants to have contact with the defendant, I'm okay with that.
Always just to get to my Botox appointment so I don't get migraines. It's on the 29th of January. It's with my neurologist.
Well, you'll probably be out in time because you've got 3 days credit. In 30 days, you get 5 days good time. So it's going to be close.
I thought because it is my first time, I've never done anything in my life. And I have 6 pages of medications I'm on from my doctors. And if I miss 24
Ma'am,
hours,
if people didn't go to jail just because they had medical histories,
I'm not saying
there would hardly be anybody in the jail. Everybody's got issues. They all have reasons why they can't go to jail. But I gave you your chance, man. So here's the thing. The probation department recommended 120 days. That's what they thought was appropriate, given what you did. Your plea agreement could have sent you to jail for 4.5 months. I only imposed 30 days because I understand that you have a lot going on. However, you bit and drew blood on an officer. Not acceptable. People go to jail for that. If you miss a Botox appointment, sorry, but stuff happens. When you take actions like you did, there are consequences.
The last time I missed my Botox because of COVID, they ended up having to do occipital radioablation and fry the nerves in the back of my neck. I'm just letting you know, it's not just missing one treatment.
There'll be a full assessment when you get over to jail. Let them know, and if there's some things that we need to do, we can do it. But you are going to jail. You are out of absolute control. You don't, as much as you're crying and carrying on today, saying that you accept responsibility, your statements to Mr. Zurich was this was all blown out of proportion. You could have killed your son driving away that day. Your friend did you an absolute solid by preventing you from doing so. And your response to that was to go absolutely berserk and biting an officer and drawing blood. Not just one officer, there was a whole bunch of officers involved. So 30 days is an appropriate sentence given your medical condition and given your lack of history, but your conduct dictates some jail time. Now, you can either accept that and go over there and do your time, or you can be a pain in the butt and they'll let me know about that. You are going to comply with every term of probation, and if you violate, you're going back to jail. So right now,